Recently, a couple of videos have been popping up on my feed about how gaming is boring. I just have to ask, what is that some of you are playing? Let me guess, you're playing games like Call of Duty or the newest FIFA. Are you kidding me? Sorry to sound a little mean, but some of you have got to step out of your comfort zone. So let me show you a couple of games that might change your perspective, and you know what? I will even help you find games that are similar to COD or the newest football game, but will still help you out of your comfort zone. The first game is a little biased, that's why I'm making this video sort of long, but I have to talk about the greatest survival game of all time, in my own opinion. Before I go too far, this is a PC only game, so for any console players I just recommend you skip ahead. Project Zomboid is probably one of the best survival games that I have ever played, and I have played a good bit. On the surface, it's a very rudimentary zombie survival game, but once you start playing, you start to learn that there are a lot of survival elements that you have to keep in check. You can end up spending hundreds of hours of playing the game, and theoretically, every run you do can last in the game for years and years. Each run is unique and your character can be either the exact same or completely different. If you like games like Rust or DayZ but want something more PvE oriented, then I would recommend you pick up this game. Now I am able to see that the game isn't without its flaws. There are some imperfections such as the PvP, and the game after a good bit of playing and exploring can get a little boring. If PvP or high octane action is more your game, well, let me recommend this next. Warframe. Now, you might have heard of this game before, and it's something that I have picked up recently. It's a free game that mixes elements from RPGs, shooters, and stealth games alike. Warframe has a mix of lore but pretty fast-paced action as well. You are the last of your race, known as the Tenno. You use Warframes, which are souped-up exosuits. There are many unique abilities for each of the Warframes. The whole reason I am getting more interested in this game is because of the upcoming DLC, 1999. Which is a prequel to the story, and the elements that are teased look amazing. That barrel roll on the bike alone makes me hyped for this DLC. The game also has PvP elements such as the dueling room and the conclave. In the dueling room, there are no restrictions, and players go in to test new gear and equipment. The original purpose was for clan sparring, but now it's more of a dojo for any rank to test out their items. The other PvP mode, the conclave, is recommended for new players wanting to get into the PvP of the game. The Conclave is more of your traditional PvP in modes such as Annihilation and Team Annihilation. Annihilation is a free-for-all mode where players fight each other and collect Oro, which is an orb that players drop when they are killed. It is similar to Kill Confirmed, where you need to either collect the most Oro or collect 50 total Oro and win the game. Team Annihilation is the same as Annihilation, but instead of the whole lobby duking it out, you're put into teams. There are two other PvP modes: Cephalon Capture, a mode similar to Capture the Flag, and Lunaro Ball, a game similar to the Halo game mode, Oddball. Overall, the game has some pretty in-depth lore and some really neat action elements. But maybe Warframe isn't the game for you. Maybe you want something completely out of your comfort zone, something that you can still play with your friends. Pick up Terraria, a game where you can grind and geared up, play and fight enemies how you want to play, and have a pretty fun time with your friends. You can explore a vast map that also stretches down into different caves with plenty of hidden items for you to obtain. Maybe you're looking for something even more indie. I mean, everyone has heard of Terraria. Dead Cells might be the game for you. A roguelite platformer with a story that is there, but you might have to piece it together bit by bit. The combat is intricate, being able to customize specific stats and learn how different enemies work. The truth of the matter is that gaming isn't dead, you just have to find games that look interesting to you. At first I didn't think I would try games like Warframe or a rather new game like The First Ascendant, but I had to go outside of my comfort zone to find games that I would like to consistently play. For the longest time, I was playing the yearly release of Call of Duty, and I felt like gaming was getting boring, but it was what I was choosing to play that was truly boring. I realized that I had to play something else or I wouldn't want to play anything at all. Don't get me wrong, every once in a blue moon I do hop on Call of Duty, but I still play games that I would usually never play. Throughout this year so far, I've played 20 plus unique and different games, some that have more shooter elements and some that don't have anything even close to a gun in it. Games such as Noita, where you are a wizard with a wide variety of spells conquering different levels and bosses. Maybe a game like Party Animals, which is similar to Gang Beasts with nicer graphics and more mechanics. Maybe you want something once again that has more PvP elements but also has a main story you can do. Games such as Armored Core 6, where you control a pig mech suit and can be fully decked out to your liking. That game has PvP that I never even heard of. Whatever you are into, I promise there are games out there that can still give you that rush of dopamine. Because gaming is not boring. Actually, in the current year, I would say gaming is more vibrant and alive than ever. This is a stacked year for gaming, and next year is looking even more stacked. So I'm telling you, gaming is not boring. It is truly what you are choosing to play that is boring. If you play the yearly release of the same game back to back with just a little bit changed, it's gonna be boring. If you're playing Call of Duty every year, I'm telling you, you are gonna be bored, and you're gonna be one of those people saying, there just isn't anything to play nowadays. I'm telling you, it's you. With more games coming out each year, it truly is up to you to find something that piques your interest. It all comes down to you. This is the end of this little TED Talk, and I feel like this video had to be made. I keep seeing the same videos floating around about how gaming is dead, or gaming is boring, and I just had to say something. I'll catch you all in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, and remember, gaming is not boring. In the current age, the current year, we're getting more and more games with more and more technology also coming and releasing alongside it. I mean, next year alone, 2025, we are looking at the release of GTA 6, which is going to be similar to GTA 5, but we're on the next generation of games. No longer are we down to 2D 8-bit retro games. We have these 3D work of arts that anybody can pick up and play. Whether you're on console, PC, maybe you're on your phone, gaming is on every platform nowadays.